Good morning, Alex. How you doing today?
Good morning.
So today I want to talk about how to scale your business while maintaining control.
Mhm.
We scaled a few different businesses in the past. We're helping people scale right now. I think the idea of scaling is dramatized in social media and movie shows and whatnot. But I think there's another side of scaling where you could absolutely lose control of your business and even lose money during that time as well. So I want to talk about what we did help us maintain our control in our business while we were growing, while we were scaling, and what we did effectively and what challenges we faced. So I'll let you start. You were very good at making sure that our systems were in place for us and our system allowed us to grow into the systems, right? So want to talk about a few things that you've done to help scale our businesses in the past.
Yeah, so scaling is so important in growing a business. And so to really do it effectively, you need to put in systems. Um, you need to have everything organized and automate as much as possible. So first thing you need to do is grasp control of what you're actually doing, right? So in our case, we were running a real estate business. And okay, what's the first thing? Do we have all the information about all the properties? No. Okay, let's build a system for that. Okay, do we have a list of what every property needs at every stage of the construction and the rental process? No. Okay, let's get a list of that. Okay, we need to rent them out. Do we have a process for everything we need to do to rent them out and get them to our property manager? No. Okay, let's make a list of that. And we just went through all the processes. And then once we have a list of things we actually need to do, then we start saying, okay, how do we save time doing all these things? And so once you have the list of things, you start doing it, and then you start to recognize what's costing too much time, where you can automate. You start automating. And then once you start automating, things become faster and you can do the same thing much faster. So instead of having a business that can acquire one property a month, because we sped up our systems, we can acquire one property every 2 weeks, right? And you just
Yeah.
keep going and going. So that's how you scale.
Yeah. And we were like the first to different tech softwares, tech platforms. And I think that really helped us, right? We were like, how many times do you see entrepreneurs and owners just hesitant to change, right? We were open to changing, and that allowed us to grow a lot faster. And I think that was very helpful in our growth. I think the other thing that was helpful in our growth is we were able to value our time, right? Our time as more expensive time or as more valuable time. And we were able to hire and delegate tasks. So I think you did a fantastic job in hiring and delegating. And I guess I'll let you talk about that a little bit as well.
Sure. So once we have our system that's starting to scale, right? We have all of our processes in place, we're automating. Then you have to step back and say, wait, I'm doing all of this, right? I know business owners that when I talk to them, they are explaining to me, I have this software for prospecting and this software for dialing and this software for analyzing deals and this software for looking up the parcel information. And then I aggregate it into an ape, like an air table. And I'm like, wow, that's like really cool. So like, who's doing that? And they're like, me. I'm like, well, aren't you like this salesperson too? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, how do you
Yeah.
how do you do? I mean, like, it's great that you can work 12 hours a day or 14 hours a day, however much you need to do this, but it's not really sustainable, right?
Yes,
So then
absolutely
you have
not.
to start to think and say, okay, well, what am I doing? And can I have someone else do it? And you'd be surprised how much you can have other people do it. You can even have other people build all the things that I was talking about, right? That's what I could do, right? So if you didn't even know, you knew, okay, I need this to talk to this and I need this program and all this, it's overwhelming. You should even consider hiring out that because if you're good at marketing and sales and revenue generating, you should be working on that piece. So that's the second thing is you need to delegate out all of your tasks, especially use of virtual assistant for any administrative work, emailing, calls, texting, tenants, just on the phone with utility companies. That's the low hanging fruit. And then the
Absolutely.
harder and harder stuff is the operational stuff where key decisions cost money, but that could be delegated too. And the best well-run companies are not one person, right? The best well-run companies is a team of very high quality people that work together and, trust each other.
Yeah.
So
People generally have different skill sets too, or different desires in work, like similar to us, right? We
yeah,
have different skill sets and we have different interests in work. And I think that kind of brings us to our third point. Financials, knowing your financials and tracking KPIs or key performance indicators, right? So that's kind of what I focused on. And to me, I can't tell you how many businesses couldn't answer the question, I don't know how much money I'm making, right? So if I asked that question to them, they couldn't answer that. And I think that's such an important piece, right? Just knowing, number one, how much money you're making, how much money you're making month over month. It sounds simple, but it could be very difficult if you don't have the proper team in place, right? Going back to the team structure. Usually the business owner is faced with this task, and if it's not properly delegated, it goes to the back burner. So hiring the proper people, getting the financials, and then just reading the financials and making key decisions based on the financials, right? So I mean, we deal with real estate a lot. A specific set of properties might not perform as well as another set. Specific class might not perform as well as another class, right? Knowing the financials and looking at historical data allows you to make those determination, allows you to make decisions going forward to help your business. When we talk about KPIs, we talk about cost per lead. We talk about appointments to sign contract, and that type of information really helped us in designing our team, right? We had specific set budgets for marketing dollars. We needed to understand how many leads were coming in, how many lead intake people we needed, and how many acquisition people we needed based on those KPIs. And I think we did a great job of managing our team effectively based off of the numbers that we were receiving. And we still see both of us. How many businesses do we see that are not tracking this information? They're just doing by gut check, and then they're trying to figure out why this is being dropped. And I think KPIs really allow you to understand your business and make decisions to get your business in line, right, with those numbers. So I think number three, tracking your financials and tracking KPIs is very necessary in scaling your business. So I think that
I agree.
Yeah, so those are our three items. Alex, anything else you would like to add on?
Yeah, I mean, all three things that we mentioned, we can help people with. So we've done it, and we're ready to help other business owners. It doesn't have to be all you. I think there's some quote that I'm going to very roughly paraphrase, but it says something like, millionaires build businesses or something, and billionaires build teams of people, right? So if you want to be a billionaire, you got to build a good team of people. And maybe if you don't become a billionaire, maybe
if you fall short, that's great.
Yeah, if you fall short, but you have a good team, I think you'll be doing all right. So,
all right,
yeah.
awesome. All right, thanks for your time, Alex. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, see you next time.